All right there, guys, we're going to go ahead, start warming up here. We're starting with those slow arm circles. Feel free to get those feet moving as well, just so that we're not staying in one place letting that blood pool. And as we have those slow arm circles going, we're slowly making them bigger until they're all the way at full range. Then we're coming back down. Right to the center, and then we're going backwards. Same thing, starting small, getting big, and then going up bigger, coming back down small. While you guys are doing that, I'll just reframe what we're doing in class today. It's our 90-60-30 class. So that's 90 seconds of that more heavy, high intensity strength training where we're still moving slowly, worrying more about form, as a lot of today will be a high velocity or high repetition, high volume. For right there, guys, start giving me those hamstring curls and that chest opener. But yeah, a lot of high volume for a lot of the stuff that we're doing today, whether it goes from strength training to those more aerobic, anaerobic based movements for that 60 seconds, followed by that trunk specific area for 30 seconds. And we repeat. We're going to get through about 4 rounds today. That's the goal, or about that. Of course, I'll adjust as needed with time. And then from right there, guys, go ahead and start giving me some squats. Feel free to have these squats go normal pace, a little bit faster, or even a little bit slower. A little bit faster will get our heart rate going a little bit higher. A little bit slower will allow us to get that eccentric stretch in for our glutes, our hamstrings, a little bit of our quads as well, just to help, again, get some more blood flow to that area. So all of it is awesome. And feel free to mix around with speed, tempo during this warm-up phase. But right there, guys, at the same time, start giving me some calf raises at the top, really trying to get maximal contraction as we go up towards the ceiling there. And right there, guys, you're going to start giving me those knee hugs, gripping behind the knee to protect the knee, bringing that knee up as high as we can, getting a nice stretch on that posterior chain, almost like we were doing some high knees, except we're personally guiding us through that stretch movement. Again, just working on getting that hip mobility at that point. And right there, guys, you guys are going to just give me some lunges. Same thing as with those squats. Feel free to make those lunges a little bit faster or a little bit slower, depending on what you're going for during this warm-up. If we're going slow, we get to get a nice eccentric stretch on that back hip flexor, as of course a little bit on that working leg too, but that a lot of us tend to be tighter in those hip flexors and that back end, so that might be beneficial for us if we experience that. Otherwise, if you want to have those go a little bit faster, you're more than welcome, of course, forward, back lunges. That's all up to you guys. And then right there, guys, we're going to go ahead and spread our legs, and we're going to shift over one side to the other, getting a nice stretch on those adductors. On that long side, that's still activating those glutes and those lower legs when we're shifting on over. And if that's a little too much for us this early on, feel free to come up and over. And you can even linger on one side if we really want to see some of that stretch in that adductor space. And right there, guys, we're going to come on up. Give me those hip openers, knee in to out. And same thing, this time outside to in, just going the opposite. And all right there, guys, go ahead, give me some quick drinks of water. We're going to be back here in a little under a minute. We're going to start on round 1 here. All right, guys, as we get going, like I said, that first 90 seconds, that's going to be our strength stuff. So we're going to start off right away with those heavy weights. We have shoulder press, both hands together. And then from there, we're going to stagger our feet. Actually, let's have those feet staggered while we're doing the shoulder press too, just to protect the spine. And we go into row. From there, we're going to go into our more heart racing movements. We're going to have jumping jacks, followed by high knees or lateral high raised knees, a little lateral stride. I'll demonstrate that later, followed by 30 seconds of crunches. So we're going to go ahead, get started with those shoulder presses in 3, 2, stagger those feet, and 1. Nice and controlled here. Putting that arm at about a 45-degree angle, so not all the way out to the side and not all the way out in front. The reason we do that is some of us might experience a little bit of a shoulder impingement if we have it all the way out to the side. And if we have it all the way out in front, we might see a little bit too much of our frontal delt, our anterior delt being activated, and not so much of that lateral. We want to make sure we're still getting that lateral delt in. 15 seconds here, and then we're going to hinge it at the hips, get into those rows for us. 10 seconds before we transition. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Like I said before, hinge in there, one foot in front of the other. Back stays nice and straight. Pinch those shoulder blades together, and we're rolling, and we're in it right there, you guys. Driving those elbows up towards the ceiling, activating that large back muscle right there. And again, still squeezing those shoulder blades together. That's a great postural exercise to continue to squeeze those shoulder blades together. If you find yourself sitting at a desk a lot throughout the day, being able to squeeze those shoulder blades is something that's really going to help open up our chest if we spend a lot of time like this throughout the day. 15 seconds for me, guys. 15 seconds, and we're going into jumping jacks. 10 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Starting here, jumping jacks. Of course, the alternative is those side steps. Go ahead and join in with me, guys. Regardless if we're doing this modified lower regression version or normal jumping jacks, we're trying to get as much space out as our feet are jumping out there. We're trying to connect both of our hands there at the top. 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we're either giving me some high knees or we're going shuffle. And we're going over. Go ahead and start that right there, you guys. If we have the space to do this at home, otherwise, just giving me those high knees or at least a march here as we're still getting our heart rate up for the day. 15 seconds. 10 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Join me, guys, as we take it on down to the mat. And we're crunching up here for 30 seconds. Whether you have your feet down or feet up, that's all right with me. Well, we're going a nice crunch. Once you're coming down and you feel those shoulder blades touch the mat, feel free to come back up. Let's try to avoid coming all the way down because then we're going to lose that activation in our abdominals. Go ahead and start right there, you guys. Again, the second you feel those back of the shoulder blades touch the ground, just that bottom portion of your shoulder blade, that's when I want you to come back up here and re-engage for me, keeping maximal tension on those abdominals. 10 seconds to go for me, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is our first scheduled break here. At any point, if you guys ever want to take a longer break than what I give you guys, or a break in between these activities in each and every round, you're more than welcome to do so. But I'll give you guys scheduled breaks after each round. All right, as you guys are coming back to me here, we're going to do a little bit of we're going to manage to work these into kind of a superset motion. So what's going to start with weights optional here. They're just going to be normal squats, normal pace for you guys. If you want to ramp them up, I'm okay with that. Or if you want to take them real nice and slow, we've done that in the past where I make you guys do a long eccentric. You can choose to do that for yourself. From there, we're going to jump into a wall sit. After that, we're going to come on off. We're going to have 30 seconds of jump squats and then 30 seconds of windmills, followed by 30 seconds of a bird dog. So right there, guys, we're going to head into those squats. Again, weights optional, and I don't care where you put them, on your shoulders, out in front, down low, or off to the sides. Up to you guys. We're starting here in 3, 2, and 1. While we're doing these squats, like I said, I'm going to allow speed up to you guys. If you want to take it nice and slow, maybe give us a 6 seconds down count, or if you want to rep them out, I'm okay with either. I just want to make sure that you guys are staying back on your heels. We're getting that glute activation, not allowing those quads to take over too much. Of course, this is a quad movement, but we want to make sure that we're still including those glutes and those hamstrings down in that middle thigh area as well. You guys are giving me 15 seconds. We're jumping over the wall sit. We got a 45-second wall sit over there, coming off right away into jump squats. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'll let you guys set those weights down. Finding a wall here, getting ready, and sit. When we're sitting here, we're still pressing through those heels, not allowing those knees to cave in, trying to keep those thighs nice and parallel to the ground, trying to avoid having a bit of a 45-degree angle wall sit. And again, still activating those glutes. Those quads might be crying out. We want to see our glutes squeeze in here, back stays flat against the wall, hands off the thighs. And of course, if you wanted to be holding weights during this time, I said setting those weights down, but if you wanted to, you could, of course, be holding those weights right now. You guys are giving me 15 seconds. We're coming off, and we have that jump squat going. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll allow you guys to come off. Jump squats here. Jump down, and then catch yourself in a reloaded position. That means that we're not catching ourselves straight kneed. Go ahead, start right there. There's 2 different ways you can do this. You can either go for height, or if you're doing just off the ground, you're getting in for reps. So again, I'm letting you guys decide that. If you go for height, which if I did, I'm not sure how much camera space we have there, but those are your 2 options, height or reps. But you guys are only giving me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick catch your breath. Spread those arms. Windmills. Go ahead and join me right here, you guys. And like I said, we kind of match those first 3 exercises together. So if your legs are kind of killing after a little bit, these windmills are, meant to kind of allow you to get a nice hamstring stretch in there. But you want to take a moment to shake out your legs, get a water. Of course, you are in your own time. If you're still windmilling with me, you got less than 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and break right there, guys. Catch your breath as you're joining me down here. We got bird dogs alternating throughout. So that's one side, 2 side, straight arm to opposite leg, 3, 2, and 30 seconds here. Again, working to get that nice straight angle from your arm to your leg. Pretty much the top of your wrist, follow it across your arm, down to your ankle, cross body in between. This is a great way to strengthen our low back and get us some protection against low back pain here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and break right there, guys. Another scheduled in water break here. Back here in just a second. All right. And as you guys are coming on back to me, we're starting on the ground here. We're going to go pullovers for 45 seconds, push-ups for 45 seconds, or bench press if we don't want to do those push-ups. Then we have a split squat jump or skiers, followed by skaters. Each of those less than 30 seconds, followed by mountain climbers. So we're coming down to the ground, coming back up for some explosion, then back down to the ground here. So that pullover, I know you guys have done them before. Those arms are straight up, reaching back and coming back up. That's our first activity here. We're going in we're going for 45 seconds, and we're starting in 3, 2, and begin. Those weights come together or just one dumbbell, and you're trying to keep that lower spine right about here, right across the belly button, pressed into the ground here. You're going to feel a stretch as you come up towards the top. That's okay. I'd rather you guys kept that spine on the ground than going for that full range of motion here so that we can protect that low back. You guys are giving me just under 20 seconds here. And then, like I said, we're going to either a push-up or a bench press. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're doing those push-ups, I'll allow you time to set down those weights, flip them on over. They can either be on your knees or hands on or all the way up. Go ahead and start right there, you guys. Same as with those squats. If you want to just kind of rep these out, or if you want to give us a 5-second negative, that works too. And if at any point you fail, you want to come down to your knees, that's okay. And of course, you can switch on over to the dumbbells, start getting those bench presses too, if you feel you need that. 20 seconds here, guys. 20 seconds. Ten to go. 10 to go. And then we're hopping on up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and break right there, you guys. So like I said, here, split squats, a little bit more power. That's when we're in this lunge position, jumping up, switching over, going on like that. And if we don't really want that much plyometrics, we're just skiing across. Go ahead and start right there. So we have those options to ski or down low. If we're going to be down low here, I want to make sure that we're level, not dipping down. If we're jumping, not allowing that knee to slam it to the ground. Over halfway done. 10 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and going into those skaters. Right there, guys. Either go for distance or go for reps. Whichever you do, try to make sure that you have balance on that bottom foot before you hop over. I was obviously going a little slow there, but if you want to speed up, that's fine. Just make sure you're maintaining balance. 10 to go, 10 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and have you guys join me down here into mountain climbers in 3, 2, and 1. Those can be a little slower, or you guys can go speed it up a little bit, get after it. That's okay. It's 30 seconds, your time. That's the halfway mark right there. 10 to go. 3, 2, and break right there, guys. Give me a quick drink of water, and we're going to see how much of this 4th round we can get in. All right, guys. Like I mentioned before class, we probably weren't going to get through the full 4th round, so we're going to modify here. We're going to go side lunges for 45 seconds, followed by a caterpillar for 30 seconds, followed by a boat hold on the bottom, 30 seconds. That's how we're going to go ahead. So those side lunges can either be up and over, or of course, they can be down like this, side lunge, caterpillar, boat hold. Guys, go ahead and join me here in 3, 2, begin. So it's 45 seconds on right here, guys. Of course, you can have some weights in your hands if you want them. Trying to get as low as possible. Still pressing through that heel. I understand if we go over like this, come back up, we might get a little bit more towards the balls of our feet. That's okay, but if we especially have our feet planted, try to keep that pressure through the heel at all times. 20 seconds for me, guys. 10 to go, and then I'm going to have you guys jump right into those caterpillars. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You could probably set down whatever weight, and you're just walking out here. Coming back up. And of course, I don't care if you guys walk out with your hands or your feet. I'll let you guys make that decision. I know some of it feels better for you guys. The point is, this is just a great way in our conditioning phase to kind of get a nice stretch for those hamstrings. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why don't you guys give me one more caterpillar walkout so that you're down here on the mat with me, and then we just have a boat hold. 30 seconds. Go ahead and join me right here. So it's pretty much our hips are touching the ground, a little bit of our low back, almost like just holding a crunch position up here. Guys are giving me 15 more seconds. I'll get you guys some water, and we will start our cool down less than 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and break for me right there, you guys. Go ahead and grab your water. As always, we're going to be stretching right down the middle in a V stretch, holding this position a little bit longer. So if you guys are getting some water right now, you just join me when you're ready. We'll be here waiting. Also, while we're doing this stretch, cool down, always awesome to have our water on standby anyway so that we can be sipping, replacing those fluids and giving our muscles the hydration they need to kind of take advantage of the stretch and cool down. So even if you're grabbing that water, put it down next to you, take a sip every once in a while we're in this cool down. Right there, I'll have you guys reach over your left foot, get a nice stretch on that side. Take it over to the right. Take it on down to the mat for me, guys. We're going to give ourselves a nice glute stretch. One ankle over the opposite knee. Pull in that bottom knee. Stretching our glutes along with our piriformis muscle, which is a muscle within the glutes. One of those abductors tends to get tight from us sitting down. So great opportunity to get some stretch in there right now. And go ahead, same thing, switching on over. Right there, guys, we're going to go ahead, stand on up here. I'll let you guys give me a tricep stretch here. That's one arm over, pull in that arm across, little difficult with me to do with the microphone on, but we've done it plenty of times. I know you guys know what it is. And while that arm is locked over, that other hand is pulling. Give me a nice lean so we can get that lat involved here as well. And right there, go ahead, switch it. Give me the same thing on the other side. And give me that lean with it. From there, I'll have you guys release, coming back to the wall with me, giving us a nice chest stretch here. If maybe we don't have a wall where we like to do that chest stretch, we can always go inside of a door frame, put our elbows on each side of that door, and give us a nice dual stretch across. Of course, you'll be working both muscles while we're only working one. But if you want to give yourself a breather at any point, that's okay. Switch on over for those of us on the wall so that we're doing that other side as well. And right there, I'll have you guys come back to me. 4-way neck stretch, of course, is how we're going to end this one off. Let's start by dipping that chin down to the chest. Give us a stretch in the back of the neck. And we'll go ahead and raise it up there, tilting it back. Chin to the ceiling, stretching the front of our neck. And return to center for me. One ear, same side shoulder, stretching the side of our neck. And raise it up for me. Give me the same thing, other side.